Oh,
hey,
they started without us. Okay, here we go.
We were waiting too long, so we're in. Hopefully Nick Allen gets his ass in here in a second. I'm actually going to be here for a second. I won't say that again. We'll leave the door open for a second. It gets too cold when the door's open. But
you don't have a jacket. You don't have a jacket.
I know I don't have a jacket. I'm saying leave the door open.
Bring a jacket.
This is game number 2.
Game number
Curse
2.
is up 1-0. Curse versus 4Not. IPL Face Off. San Francisco Showdown. Disco in the Frisco. We have
not
Janet,
disco.
TF,
Is
Ergot.
not Disco in the
3
Frisco.
bands already out. It's already decided.
It's not Disco in the Frisco.
You can't fight it.
It's San Francisco Showdown. That's already in the poster. It's already in the poster. Anyway, Ergot, Morgana, Janet, Twisted Fate. First few bands out there. Do not want to be dealing with the Janet again. TF. TF, he's been actually a pretty consistent band in our Taiwan qualifiers, too. There's a lot of aggression that comes in from TF.
I mean, TF is such a ridiculous champion, so why not ban him out? Morgana, that definitely makes sense as a ban. They couldn't allow them to get Morgana again. And 4Not actually deciding to go second pick this time, so they want that counter pick. If they were first pick, they would maybe pick Morgana, but I don't think they wanted to first pick it. So they have that option. Twisted Fate, Takashi does play a lot of Twisted Fate, so you know it's a strong band there. And actually, 4Not bans out Alistar, but they have the Nautilus pick now. So Nautilus is open. I expect that we'll see Nautilus and the Soraka. It could be a Tarek, though, in that bottom lane again, so Nautilus and Tarek would work, or Nautilus and Graves, maybe.
Curse?
Nautilus, that's basically a good thing I'm going for here.
Nautilus. Are you sure? Nautilus? I think
it'll be a Nautilus.
I thought I heard Nautilus.
There's a couple of options. I mean,
well, either way, Shen is going to be the first pick for Curse. Not quite sure if he's top lane or jungle yet. Great part. That's the great thing about picking Shen is that he is indeed, pretty. You're not quite sure where he's going to go if you're going to first pick him. Where you up? There he is. There's a Nautilus coming in from 4Not, more than likely. And then who else are we going to pick here? Not quite sure. Let's see who was actually left open. Malphite was left open. That's Ergot. That's actually, Malphite's actually the only one open here. There is an Evelyn is probably going to be a placeholder for somebody else. We'll find out about that in a second. But there you go, Nautilus being picked, and let's see if we can't find out who that mystery champ is. Actually, we'll try and see if we can't get Nick to find out.
Yeah, so hopefully we figure that out. It's kind of weird. You almost never see an Evelyn this early in the picking cycle because you can usually find someone on your team who has Evelyn, and you just do a triple swap. So, I guess they must just have Evelyn. I guess that's it. They wanted to.
The
play
changes
Evelyn.
haven't happened. This isn't beta. This isn't the beta realm.
I am excited for the remake though, and we had a conversation on stream a while back where I thought that the changes that they are. Oh, I thought you were staring at me for a second. I was like, what the hell?
Staring into your eyes.
Yeah, the changes that they are implementing now, that was kind of what I thought they were going to go with, where Evelyn has a soft invis, and it's like wards, and you don't see her until she's close range. But we'll see. Corki being picked up. I'm going to assume that Evelyn pick is a Graves, so I'm a little bit surprised that Zekin doesn't have Graves. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a Graves. And then they grab Corki and Soraka. Corki and Tarek, actually. So Tarek, they don't want to allow 4Not to have Tarek. It would be an aggressive bottom lane. But now Corki and Tarek, they have the kill bot lane, and they can make things happen.
There you go. The Soraka, in that case, will then be picked up instead for 4Not. And we got Mr. Nick Allen. He's going to figure out what that Eve pick is in just a second. But then again, here's also, Nijaki and, blah, blah, blah. Why am I saying Nijaki's not going to be playing that? Cop and Elements bot lane. Corki, Tarek, that is an amazing, huge armor shredding lane. So maybe it might benefit 4Not to go and maybe build up a little tanky, possibly Rise.
That's why they have the Soraka pick. And
right.
That armor, they need that. Rise is a difficult thing. I don't know if they want to pick Rise right now. Because it's going to force them into, that kind of tanky frontline team. And Curse right now has Corki, and Corki's really strong at shredding those frontline tanks. So, I don't know, a lot of times, if they could go with Anivia would be a really strong pick. Ahri, they could go with Ahri again. Picking up the Singe, though. So, Zekin is going to be playing Singe top. They didn't want to pick up the Anivia, I think. They were kind of scared because of the Shen jungle, the fact that he can teleport in and save someone. And Ahri, once her abilities are on cooldown, she loses a lot of her damage. I mean, everyone loses it, but Ahri in particular, she has to wait for cooldowns to come back up again. She doesn't have like an overhead kill spot. It's not like she can take someone from 120% to 0. She can only do 100% to 0, and so the Shen just completely destroys her. So we'll see what they do with this Singe. This is going to be kind of interesting. Inverted Composer, this is not, but Zekin, I'm going to assume, is a pretty solid Singed in and of himself.
There you go.
On his own.
Rise being picked up by Curse, and quite possibly going to be taking the Shyvana as well. See, you know, the 4Not had their turn with the Dragon Lady. Now it's Curse's time to go ahead and make her shine with some of that aggressive counter jungling. Because Nautilus, he's not the speediest guy in the world, and this could actually be a good opportunity to actually shut him down.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what you want to do against Nautilus. The key against Nautilus, as an aggressive jungler, you want an aggressive counter jungler. And so having Shyvana, she's one of the fastest in the game. They have that potential, but they also have a really tanky team. They have, you know, several frontline champions, so they can burst down someone like Singed pretty easily. Ryze works well against Singed. You throw off the snare, you know, just keep him at bay and wear him down that way. So we'll see what they decide to pick up. Cassiopeia, so that's actually a pretty nice pick because they know, all right, they've got a really short-range team that's going to be walking right into our AoE. I'll just throw a Cassiopeia ult down, clear them out, and we'll see. I'm guessing that it's a Graves. Though,
Yeah, yeah, it's probably Graves. Yeah, so Cassiopeia going to be the last pick there, coming in for 4Not. And then we should just be back into this game in just a second. Zeke now just coming back, making his way back in. Yeah, there you go. Cassiopeia going to be the last pick, and we're just going to find out once and for all what everything is. And here come the crazy bands just to go ahead and muscle through tournament draft mode. So to recap, the bands: Curse banned out Janna, Twisted Fate, and Nocturne. 4Not banned out Urgot, Morgana, and Alistar. And everyone's just going to go ahead and pick Ezreal, actually.
Okay, so that's kind of interesting, but they picked the Ezreal before the Corki and Taric came out, so it's a really defensive pick. You know, I guess they didn't want to go with an aggressive lane or someone who's going to be a little bit stronger later. Ezreal works very well with AoE teams. They have Nautilus and Cassiopeia to try and snowball the fights, and then Ezreal can clean up afterwards. But I think the big thing is that it's just a defensive lane. So Ezreal and Soraka, it's a very common lane. It's just usually seen as a counter pick and not as your first pick. I don't know, so we'll see what they kind of do with that. But Cop, he's going to be in control of that lane. Like, Ezreal can't, you know, harass Corki in a Corki Taric lane. So he's going to be very comfortable. They can farm into that late game where they're going to have just so much team fight control. They're going to be very tanky as well.
Yeah, and also, it's granted, if Elements does manage to get a stun off onto Ezreal, if he's not careful, if Brol's not careful, if he doesn't have his shift up, he could get caught, he could get shattered. He could be bursted down pretty quick if Soraka is not on point, but then again, Ezreal, Soraka, it's a very safe lane, it's a very sustaining lane. Ezreal doesn't really have to back as often to go ahead and regen. He should be able to farm up pretty decently, and but yeah, with a nice Soraka in tow, with all the mana, all the health you could ever need.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do with it. Dragon control, it's pretty even. Neither team really has a big of advantage. West Rice is going to have, or St. Vicious is going to have a little bit of an advantage if he goes with a fast DPS build, but he's probably going to go a more standard build. West Rice is actually Shyvana top, and that's actually just now realizing it. So that's
Shyvana
been the case for a while.
Shyvana versus Singed. How does that matchup work?
I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll have to see. It's an unusual matchup to say the least. Very few people play Shyvana in the top lane. Darien is really the only person that I can think of that I've seen play Shyvana in the top lane. And so the big thing is Shyvana has a lot of movement speed. Singed didn't go with an Ignite or anything, so it's going to be tough for Singed to kill Shyvana. And Shyvana has the movement speed. You can push the lane very easily into the tower and then run away, leave, go do something. But the issue is that Singed can also clear waves very easily. So it's not like you have an advantage in pushing Singed to the tower. All he's going to do is insta-kill the wave with his poison and then, run away and farm. So it's not... Right. I'm not really sure where the advantage comes in, except for team fights. Later on in team fights, I'm assuming that they wanted to have that Shyvana pick to get people off of Ryze. And so Ryze, he's that short-range champion. Shyvana can knock people back, will keep them alive, give a little bit more team fight control. And then a little bit of AoE too. So it's a nice mix of magic damage. A lot of the members on their team are magic damage, which, maybe you wouldn't think about it, but Shyvana is actually a very high magic damage champion. Most of her abilities are magic damage. So we'll have to see how that kind of works. I think Singed can absolutely crush, and it's actually Martel playing Singed, so I'm going to assume he's really well known for his Singed, and I just don't know about him. But if Singed can get rolling, he can just be an unstoppable tank and beat almost every single comp in existence. But Ryze does work very well against him.
Yeah, just every time he comes on and he's popped an insanity potion, he's looking for a flip, And that instant route coming in from Rise, just say, hey, you target, you hit a button, he's done, can really do pretty well shutting him down. To the same effect, the same could also be said for Nautilus. Trying to get in, trying to get that engaged, but hey, you're rooted. Good luck. But then again, 4Not, a lot of their damage, they do have to get up very up close and personal. Ezreal really doesn't have the longest range. Singe, he needs to get right in your face. Cassiopeia, the ult range is not the longest thing in the world, and naturally Nautilus is, he's going to be pulling himself into you. So all the damage coming from Shyvana, the taunt from Shen can hit so many people, AoE from Cop. Nijek, you just pop the ult, your abilities are hitting everybody. I don't know, Curse did a pretty good job picking here.
Yep. No, I mean, it is a solid team comp. 4Not has a little bit more fight control than they had in the last game. They still have that kind of mobility with Singed. We'll see how they use it, but it's a little bit more of a standard team fight team. It's still kind of an unusual team. It's kind of a wonky team. There's not a lot of synergy, but if they can make their lanes happen and then in team fights pick people off, they have a lot of fighting potential. Cassiopeia is one of the strongest in lane in the game, and so she does have a nice advantage over Rise. You can just wear him down since he's kind of close range. He has to get up close and personal to farm. Cassiopeia, if you land those dots, you can just push him out of lane. So we'll see how that kind of works out for them.
All right, there we go. Loading on up. Should be in the game in just a second. There we are. Here we go. Come on, you can load up. Stop being shaded on me. Oh, God. Don't tell me this throws. That'd be
Dang it, AJ, you broke the game.
Nope, there we go. Saved it. My thoughts.
Your
made
thoughts?
It go. Yes, I have that much power. There we go. Game number 2, Curse versus 4Not.
It's the midichlorians.
I don't have those. There we go. Pause coming on in. Damn. I almost thought we were there. I almost thought we were safe. But yeah, here, let's see if anything. No, we're not letting anyone see that chat. Okay. I read 2 words. I'm like, no.
Which 2 words, AJ?
I'm not sharing with the class.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
If you brought words, then you have to make sure you have enough to share with everybody.
I would rather much throw those words in the garbage than to share them with the class. Those words have gone bad. They've gone rotten, as you may say.
We'll see if everything's okay for both of these teams. We go ahead and ask Nick on the side.
Yeah.
Whether or not they remake or not. But otherwise, we'll be in this game shortly, and I don't know. It should be pretty interesting. 4Not, they have pretty safe lanes. Shen, he's not really that strong of a ganker regardless. If he gets a taunt on top lane on Singe, they could maybe kill him early, but Singe is very quickly going to be unkillable. Westrice, I'm kind of curious how he's going to build Shyvana now. So in the old times when we saw Shyvana top lane, it was usually with the Wriggles, because then you can push the lane a little bit easier. You have lane sustain. Shyvana versus Singe now, Wriggles has been nerfed some, since that time. And Singe works very well against a lot of melee champions. Early levels, first couple levels, he's pretty weak. But if you just keep on getting your dot on those champions, and then you just, toss them over your back and everything, you can take them down pretty easily and get a nice little advantage there. I think that what they're thinking is that Shyvana can win the 1v1 against Singe with the constant chasing potential. If Singe comes in for any harass, Shyvana can just chase him down, get some burst, and get out. But it's going to be tough. I think that Singe should be at an advantage in that lane.
I'm also noting what we do know here, despite the fact we're being paused, both supports picking up boots and 2 wards. Both of these teams are very heavy looking for that quick invade. Both teams want that quick level 1. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to give the advantage to Curse here.
Yeah, it's tough to say. If Curse can either hit the snare or the stun, then they are easily going to be able to burst someone down. Corki's Phosphorus Bomb is very strong at level 1. But both Cassiopeia and Ezreal are very strong at level 1. They would want to play a defensive game level 1. You don't want to just have a head-on fight. You slowly play a defensive game, wear them down as they walk into you, and then all of a sudden turn on them, pick someone off with Singe. But for the most part, yes, 4Not is going to want to play defensively right now, not allow Curse to invade. They might want to set up into a bush and see if they can pick someone off as they enter the bush.
So here we go, waiting to see. Is something actually going to be happening here for this quick level 1? There we go. vision. Takashi X taunt coming in from St. Vicious. There's the stun. There's the prism. There's the easy kill. That was a little anticlimactic, actually. There's just Cassiopeia just out there in the river, like, damn.
Also, the game fast-forwarded us into it, so it wasn't like this big anticipation build-up, but Takashi X, I think you have to expect that they're going to invade when they have all of that, potential. St. Vicious fast leveling the taunt, actually, so that's going to slow down his jungle a little bit. But even so, wow, dashing into the bush there. So he fast levels it, gets the kill. It works out for them. They get the first blood. It does go onto Shyvana in that top lane.
Are they going to get... Well, the bush is warded, so 4Not knows Curse is around, but...
I think they have to expect that they're sitting in the bush.
They have to.
Like, they have to know that. And so they're going to wait for Takashi X, and then when he gets back, come back into him. If they go before then that would just be so foolish, because they're going to lose a 4v5.
Yeah, they're going to have limited vision because of this ward. They can only see so much of this Wraith camp, and they're not... there you go. They got vision on Night Jackie. They're going in. Taunt once again. One bad Brad actually being focused down. Huge. This time the Ignite will be enough to finish him. No. Just barely not, in Elements now in a lot of trouble. Probably going to be caught out here. Martel looking to pitch. Yeah, there we go. Ezreal going to go ahead and grab that kill. Night Jackie flashing over the wall. Westrice there. Yeah.
I thought Nautilus was going to go down. He was like one attack away from going down, and if he died there, then all of a sudden 4Not is just screwed this game. He is going to be able to grab this red buff, but he is very, very
God,
low.
He may actually... Oh.
Yeah, just barely ticking it off.
I was worried there for a second. I thought he was going to die to red.
Well, he had the smite, so he was just trying to pull it away from the experience in gold range. But it does slow down his jungle a little bit. He won't be able to get a fast gank off. Yeah. Shen's jungle, because of the taunt, is also very slow at this point. But Westrice coming in, he's actually doing a pretty nice job. So he's actually fine and holding on to the smite. So he's actually going to pull ahead of Nautilus right now because of that. Be able to go down, pick up a fast red, and then maybe look for a quick gank.
All right, so it's been...
Or if he even comes top, that works.
He could. Hey, he does have the taunt, and he's like, hey, I'm already committed. We already did this earlier. Might as well use the taunt to his best advantage. But actually going to be going down. Does the ward see him? No, not quite yet.
It will see him in a second, though, right when he peeks around.
Yes. So, I mean, well, they have... Oh, actually, he's going to be back in... No, still can't see him. Still can't see him. There we go. Yeah. Now I should know. Now Cassiopeia's in trouble. Takashi X, will you get out of it? Yes, just in time. The taunt. No taunts today in mid.
Yeah, so he is going to be okay. Nautilus going to grab the blue. Shen now coming top, and so Cassiopeia, they see him. They just saw him walk past the ward. Sin should be getting out of there. He's actually a little bit slow to do it, and Shen is actually very close to getting that taunt off. Will go underneath the turret, and Westrice is actually going to dive this as well. St. Vicious is okay, and there is the second kill for Curse. Sin's just not backing fast enough.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, but wow. It's been a very interesting start to this game. It's been very interesting. Those quick kills. One bad Brad may get the get the hook on the Jackie. He's got nowhere to go. They didn't have the summoners even. You've already used the flash, already used the ignite earlier.
It was really nice timing. So Ryze was pushed up. It was right before the next wave got there. So a little bit later, and Ryze could hide behind the minions, and Nautilus wouldn't be able to get that invade. But getting the kill, then he comes over, steals the wraiths. Really nice job. It is getting him, catching him back up in this game. He is very low, but he should be very close. Did he get the kill, or Cass got the kill? He's very close to finishing a Philosopher's Stone if he doesn't have it when he goes back. No, he doesn't have it yet, but he's pretty close to getting it.
Yeah, so next time he backs, he should have it secured already. He's got the pieces, just needs the recipe gold. And then, for now though, he's doing okay. In terms of gold though, it's like it's a minimal lead over St. Fish. It's not even really worth mentioning at all. But still though, it's still very early on, not even at 5 minutes yet. It's been a very action-packed game so far. Gold is still pretty much even, 2-2. The first blood gold not really being too much of a difference so far. Takashi X though is looking to try and get aggressive here at Night Jackie. Aggressively pushing those minions, looking to try and get those to the tower. Parole caught out a little bit too far out, and there's the shatter following the stun. Soraka Heal going to keep him safe for a little while longer, and Elements taking pretty much all of the heat from all those minions.
Yeah, and so they will be pretty safe. They have the Soraka heal, to get them back up there. Some nice harass going on to Elements, and actually Westrice taking some serious damage from Singe. He's going to be underneath the turret, can farm up here a little bit, but he has to watch out. Singe might actually dive this, and actually the rest of his team is coming in behind, so they are going to dive this. It's just whether or not Singe goes for it himself or waits for the rest of his team. And there's the toss right back into Nautilus. He doesn't get the hook, though.
The hook gets intercepted by a minion. West Rice has a long way to go to get to safety. Will you get there? Trying to juke, trying to make something happen. Very well done with the flash. Takashi X flashes in response. Ignite going down. The poison, will it be enough? Yes.
Wow, just barely picking him off, though. And so West Rice almost getting out of there. Really nice job juking through the back of that bush. They almost missed him, but the kill does go down. Singe, did he get it? Yes, he did get an assist. So, nice job there. But we'll have to see. I think one of the reasons why Curse is going with that Singe pick, aside from helping out Rise, and actually some great damage. Cop.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Good chunks.
Yeah. So one of the nice reasons, actually almost taking down Elements there, one of the nice things with Shyvana, other than getting people off of Rise, which I think is the main thing, is the fact that you can tower dive very easily with Shyvana. She's one of those champions that can do that. And then with Singed as well. So they have 2 tower diving champions if Shyvana tries to roam at all.
One Bad Bread covering mid just for a second. Takashi X did go back, got a Giant's Belt. So just wants the health, just wants to sustain for a little while. Get a pass on the damage for now, but eventually that will be bought into our allies. It's going to build some damage. It's also going to get the slows on all the attacks as well. But for now, though, things aren't looking, the great. Just not feeling confident enough in mid lane at the moment. Needs the health. Needs to be able to make sure he can actually survive these fights.
Barely seeing Cassiopeia from that ward. She didn't quite enter the bush, but Takashi X has to get out of there. He's going to be fine.
St. Vicious with the flash, with the taunt, keeping Takashi still, and there we go. There is the Prism coming in from Night. Jackie flashing over the wall. May actually get this. Wow.
Or he's not going to be fine. So the flash taunt from Shen, setting it up. Really nice job. And the big thing is they had the vision. They were able to close it off. Nice job there. I think as it progresses, Cassiopeia, we'll see if they try and pressure the Baron because Cassiopeia is so strong at Baron. In the meantime, Westerice chasing down Singe, but losing that damage exchange very much so because of the Singe poison. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, Singe is going to be in complete control of this lane as it progresses. He's behind right now. Westerice does have a couple of kills, but as it goes on, it's just going to be tough for him to, or for Shyvana to lane against him.
Yeah, but you also see, you look at West Race right now, Null Magic Mantle and the Negatron Cloak looking to stack all of that magic resist to try and just negate the poison as much as possible. And when you're going up against someone in top lane with that much AP, it's a good call. It's a good call. Sometimes that you'd see just like 2 Null Magic Mantles, you get like a Hex Drinker and Merc Treads or something. But I think West Race is going to be looking to do something a little bit more heavy duty.
Yeah, we'll have to see. The Oracles for Nautilus, so really nice job. They've done a decent job of putting the pressure on Curse right now. Need to clear out those wards. They can continue doing so. We could see Nautilus come down bottom. He's actually making his way down if he wants to bait it out. Or maybe if he's concerned that Shen is going to try and pressure the spot lane at all, he can come in for a counter gank. That's something that might have been suspected of Curse right now.
So now, at this point, it's pretty much farming. Everyone just staying back. No real aggression in either lane. Takashi X did get caught earlier on, trying to steal the race, but a nice kill opportunity there for Team Curse. One Bad Bread going to be passing off the blue to Cass in mid. Martel looking to just keep on pushing top lane. West Rice can only do so much with all of that poison around. Pearl, Zekant, bot lane sustaining pretty well. However, the gold is it's actually not too bad for either team. No huge swings so far. But St. Vicious is here, making an appearance, pushing him back, getting putting the fear of life into him. It's like, hey, you do not want to be taunted. That could be death for either one of you.
Yeah, so they have to back off. Null is still coming down here, though. So if Shen decides to stick around, he's going to be fine. This actually would have been a pretty good time for them to go for the Dragon if they had vision of Curse right now, but they didn't. So, not really a lot of pressure there. We'll see. Everyone's just comfortable with sitting around, farming again, and, getting into that mid-game.
Yeah, if they did, they could, but they don't, so they won't. So back off just for a little bit. Philo Stone working on a harder gold, One Bad Brad as well. And Pearl's everyone's just looking to farm. Martel top lane actually doing pretty well. Got the Catalyst, gonna be building that into the Rod of Ages, gonna build a little bit more AP, make him just that much more tanky. And you also got the Vamp Scepter being built on the West Race as well, looking to sustain a little bit more, looking to stay there, plus potions. So a nice item mix on Shyvana actually. I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah, no, it helps reduce some of that damage. I don't know. It's going to be kind of tough. Shyvana is naturally tanky with her ultimate. She gets a ton of magic-resistant armor, but she doesn't have a lot of health. And actually, One Bad Brad, maybe going to see if they have a gank set up for Cassiopeia. Just going to be watching out, so keeping an eye on Shen to kind of counter him out. But he hasn't been able to get a lot of pressure on his own, and he is actually coming down for this dragon now.
Nice.
So Cassiopeia will come down as well, and they will be able to kill it very quickly. Rise had just gone back. Tarek had just gone back. So this is going to be a free dragon for 4Not.
There was a ward in the bot river that Pearl actually just walked right over, but I don't think Curse is really in position to go ahead and try and do anything about this. There you go. 4Not going to be securing the dragon for themselves, and then Scatter, return the lanes, back to your usual business. But still, though, even with that dragon, gold is still pretty much even. No huge swings for either team just yet. Takashi X with the blue buff, looking to just go ahead and stave off Nijaki in mid. Wants to catch up just a little bit, just a tad, in terms of gold.
Oh,
just
but Nautilus
huge.
is set up in the mid.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
maybe he would go in on Nijaki because he took a step
Oh,
forward. The flash
whoa.
from Takashi missing in the ultimate.
Takashi X has just not been on point today, man. He's, a lot of getting caught, a lot of missed opportunities. There you go, flash in from Nijaki for the Shen taunt, and he's gonna go ahead and get the taunt as well. Takashi X no longer with an ultimate. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
there's a
teleport
from
coming on
Sage.
in. Martel gonna be in the middle of all this madness, trying to get some extra damage down on the same Vicious. There you go, the taunt coming in. One Bad Bread gonna go continue the engagement. Now is just trying to get away from Nijaki, but Martel, will he have enough damage? Yes, he will. Does get the Shen kill, but Westrice has now figured out why he doesn't have an opponent in lane, because Singed is down trying to make something happen. Westrice, can you get the kill? Evading as much as possible. Just a little bit.
Really
Can you
nice
get
little
it?
dodge there from
Can
Martel.
you get it? Oh, the breath. Something. Anything.
But he just took
no.
a tiny little turn, so instead of
Wow.
tossing Shyvana in front of him, he tossed her behind him again. So Shyvana not quite able to get in range. But Nijaki saw the flash from Takashi X. He was like, guess what? My flash is better. And I actually really like that combo, having the Shen on the Rise, because Rise 1v1 can beat almost anyone in damage output. It's just that he's getting really close range and putting himself in a vulnerable situation.
Yep.
Zekin actually kind of running forward, forcing them out of here. And Cop is low on mana, so they do get some pressure. They back off. I think
Yep.
they were a little bit scared that maybe someone was going to follow it up because Zekin was just kind of running at him. It was kind of unusual from Curse's perspective. They're like, why
Yeah.
are you doing this?
Yeah,
So
but
they
it's a
didn't
good,
want to get baited.
It's a good call anyway. I mean, you're low on mana. It's time to
Yeah.
back. Might as well just go ahead and shop as well. BF Sword to go along with the Vamp Scepter.
But the Rise Shen ult, that was so cool.
That was
so
good.
Rise, he has the follow-up damage and the taunt.
Great coordination. Fantastic coordination coming in. Nijaki right over that wall. One Bad Brad knows, hey, you just placed a ward. You saw it. Gonna go clear it. Can't dash through that wall, St. Vicious.
He could if he tries hard enough.
You could. Oh, yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe
Oh,
next time.
yeah.
You can do it. But for now, though, unfortunately, not going to be able to get over that wall and will not be able to get the taunt on the One Bad Brad. But then again, things, once again, returning back to semi-normal for this game so far. Everyone just sitting back, looking to farm kills. Still even. No towers taken. Not the hugest gold lead for either team. Everyone's just sitting back. Everyone's just relaxing. Everyone's farming up. Great, getting their objectives, getting their buffs. This is unfortunately the slow part of this game.
Yeah,
but
and
it happens.
Singe is getting pretty farmed, though. I mean, he's not quite as high as he could be. Westrice is actually out farming him, so he's doing a really nice job in that bottom lane. He has the Merc Treads now. He has plenty of regen against that Singe. And so the Shyvana pick is actually working out for them pretty decently, but Singe is going to finish that Rod soon. If he gets the Rod and then gets like Rylai's and Force of Nature, he could just be unkillable and constantly split push.
So I'm wondering where Takashi X is actually going to go from here, because now at this point, just standing out there trying to bait out Nijaki, but Nautilus will come on in. Are they going to get anything off this? I don't think they are, unfortunately. But yeah, Takashi X is a little behind. Hasn't had the best of days. Missed the ult earlier, was burning summoners, and was getting caught out fairly often game one. So where do you see Takashi X going in as this game progresses?
I mean, he just wants to farm for the most part right now, and then later on, he's going to have nice team fight control. So he's just going to group up with his team, throw down all of his AoE, and kill people. That's the hope. It's not really anything special. That's what Cassiopeia does. It's not, like there's a big secret to how to play Cassiopeia in team fights. You sit back and you throw down your AoE in front of you.
So, and also I believe past the blue. Oh, okay. So maybe he's actually having some connection issues. that could actually explain quite a bit. You know, if Takashi X has actually been having a few issues with his connection, disconnecting, that could actually explain a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. Hopefully everything's okay. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll be back in the game shortly. Regardless, right now, Garce is in a nice situation because it's pretty even in gold, but Shyvana's been doing a nice job top lane. Ryze and Corki are just so powerful as the game progresses. They do have to watch out for that AoE from 4Not, but I don't know. It's a really nice mix of damage, and they have a really tanky team. So if Saint Vicious can continue to do what he does, and then they get that Ryze Shen combo in team fights, it could be really tough to take him down. And I think the big thing is just how far Shen can farm. If he can become uber power farm Shen, then you can beat anyone in the game. Like there's nothing that can really stop a late game farmed Shen.
I'm looking at Shyvana. I'm looking at Westrice right now. I see the regrowth pendant. Do you think that might actually be a yeah, I think that might actually end up being a force of nature, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's really hard to say. The force of nature would help Shyvana some, but Shyvana just doesn't have enough early HP, so it's going to be tough. That's kind of one of the issues with Westrice's build right now. Because of the fact that he's laning against Shen, he needs to go with so much magic resist, and as a result, it's putting him a little bit behind what his normal build would be. The Force of Nature would be nice for the mobility. He could chase down Shen, but he's going to be very low HP. So he's going to have a lot of armor and a lot of magic resist, but he's not going to have a lot of HP. So all this burst damage from 4Not will take him down pretty quickly, actually. And he just won't have a lot of damage to back it up, really. So he's primarily looking to just get tanky in this game. And, I mean, if he has the Force of Nature, he can continue to farm into those next builds and just use the Force of Nature to lane against Shen. So
Singed.
We'll see. Yeah, Singed.
Yep. But what opportunity? Where? In what situations would you actually buy a Force of Nature? Is this one of them that you would normally see?
No, you usually get Force of Nature when you already have a couple more items. I mean, it's a strong item. You don't really see it a lot. The stats that it gives are pretty nice. It's been a while since I've seen Force of Nature, to be honest. But usually you get it when you have already a pretty tanky guy. Shyvana's naturally tanky, but not HP wise. So, I mean the regen does work against Singed Poison a little bit. It helps with that.
I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how the rest of the build develops, and it may actually end up working out pretty fine. But still, it's pretty early to tell, and everyone's still just kind of sitting back and farming at this point.
One of the big issues for 4Not right now is the fact that they have Ezreal. He's actually going with a standard DPS build, and so that's always kind of a big question with Ezreal. Do you go with a Triforce, or do you go with like a standard Infinity Edge or something? And in this situation, he's going against a frontline kind of tanky team. He's going against like Ryze and Shen and everything like that, and he has very short attack range. So Ezreal's usually pretty safe in fights, but he needs to be more of an auto attacker when you go with the standard AD build. And you won't be able to just poke in and out like you could with the Triforce. And so it leaves him vulnerable to maybe getting engaged on by Taric or Shen or Ryze, where they could pick him up. So that's definitely going to be an issue. Shen getting the double gold per 10, and again, getting that Cage's lucky pick. So we've seen that before. It is a really nice build. I think we'd seen it with Saint Vicious as well. But it's just a strong overall build that he can transition into like a Wit's End. So he's going to be pretty tanky up front. He can clear the jungle pretty easily, and we'll have to see how that kind of continues with him. But he is a little bit ahead of Nautilus right now, from those dragons. But
yeah, and also looking to signify
actually 4Not has dragons, so Nautilus is ahead. I guess he just has a lot of gold saved up.
Yeah, how much we got?
800.
Yeah.
Shen's actually ahead in gold. They're about even.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like a quarter. They're pretty much like one bad Brad has a soda up on the St. Vicious.
Yeah, so I guess One Bad Brad has been buying more wards because if you actually look at their item builds, they're basically dead even, except that St. Vicious has an item that's worth 1,000 gold, and then he's only 500 behind. So that's kind of an interesting thing to consider. So I mean, a lot of times people don't look at how wards impact your gold efficiency as the game progresses, and it really eats up. If you're buying a lot of wards constantly for your team, then it can slow down your build. It's not that big of a deal with Nautilus. Nautilus is just naturally tanky without anything, so he can sit back and farm. Or he will just naturally be really strong as the game progresses. Hopefully we get this game underway. Takashi X with the reconnect, and we can see this shortly.
Yep. Just making sure everyone's in, making sure everything. Takashi, what's up? Why you DC? Is he ready? 1 minute. So he should be back in this game just pretty soon. And then let's see. You got looking at the rest of the builds here. Jackie got the tier, got the catalyst and the cloak. So that's gonna be a quick Banshee's Veil once again. And there we go. There's the unpause. Takashi's back in the saddle. Here we go.
Yeah, and Nautilus in the meantime making his way down bottom. Does he have an oh, he has the oracles. So there's where the gold went.
That's where
Wards
it was.
In the oracles. So he does have really nice map control for them so far. They have wards all over the place. He actually just barely missing the hook, and Parole coming in with the Arcane Shift as well, trying to follow up on it.
Wow, that was close. That was really close. Nice reaction time from Elements on that one. Just getting out just in time. Granted, Flash is down. Not going to be having that for a while, but, you know, you gotta stay on your toes. You have to stay on your toes. Jackie now walking on up, trying to make something happen up against Martel, but he's going to meet him in the bush. There goes that sticky stuff, keeping Jackie slowed. And, yeah, Martel's just going to go ahead and just get right back in the lane. Jackie knows he doesn't really have many opportunities here now that he's been found out.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me, though, that Shyvana's done a pretty nice job trading with Singe so far. So after they got a little bit in the lane, Shyvana's already done well. The flash in and the taunt once again right on top of the ward. One bread missing the flash. He does go down pretty quickly.
I forgot I thought the death charge was actually going to finish. I didn't realize it would just cancel out if he dies. Nice. Yeah, I learned something today.
Yeah, it fizzled. It looked like it was going to go, but they are actually following up on Cassiopeia, and she is kind of trapped for a second here. The rest of the team is moving up, so they should hopefully get her out.
Can you back in time? Can he get out of there? No, what? Oh.
She just canceled. So she's fine, though. She can get out.
Yeah, it's just like you're opting to stay, so it means you got to have the rest of your team hopefully following up with you to try and get a kill here or something. But no, Jaxi just returning on the lane with Zegan. And there you go, Poison. Keeping him down. Martel, trainers are still exchanging blows with West Rice. And, you know, I gotta say, all that magic resist is actually doing pretty well to negate that damage coming in from Singe.
Yeah, I mean, he's not dying anywhere near as fast as you would expect. So, you know, hey, that works. Yep. But, yeah, Singe actually backing off. Singe not taking a lot of damage from West Rice, and the big thing is West Rice, he just doesn't have a lot of damage at this point. So, you know, but West Rice is able to just sustain that lane, and because he can clear the waves so quickly as Shyvana, he can prevent Singe from pushing on him because, you know, he can basically do the counter Singe. So it's worked out pretty well. 4Not, they could group up for this dragon. It is up once again. Curse probably going to defend this one, so Ward coming down from Rise, he can back out.
There you go, and there's also some ward coverage as well from 4Not. Just just any off chance Curse is looking for the long evade. One bad Brad, the hook not getting Elements, but you know what? He does hit the terrain. He's close enough, does get the root, but he's going to go ahead and back off. They have no opportunity here, and now everyone's just searching. They're fishing around Dragon. They want to see what they can grab. Rise has been caught out. Jackie, he has been picked. They do know where he is. And now all of Curse is here. They're going to see if they can't go ahead and sneak this dragon before anyone from 4Not has the reaction time to get in here. But it looks like top lane. In the meantime, Martel is just pushing. He's clearing the waves, possibly trying to look to clear that tower.
Yeah, and 4Not actually not even defending that. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't try and pressure it themselves, but I guess they're comfortable with just sitting back and farming. So late game, they have a really solid team, but for the most part, they don't want to make any mistakes that give Curse a foothold and stop Singe from being able to farm. So they just want Singe to just farm into that super late game, and they're going to let it happen. So we'll see what happens with that. Jackie does have that Banshee, so that'll give him some nice control. Brad taking some nasty damage, has to back off.
But Singed is making his way down to the mid. Jackie pushing on Rise. Is he aware? Will he be able to get some? He's getting some damage down the Nos, but here comes Singed. Gets the slow. Will he get the flip? There it goes. Auto attack from One Bad Brad. And there's a death charge, but Nautilus will actually go down in the process. Takashi X, can you actually go ahead and capitalize here? The ult has been popped. You get the extra move speed. Here comes St. Vicious to try and save the day. Taunt going down. The ult not getting what it wants to, but Jackie should still go down. Now Curse Cop is joining the fray, along with Elements, getting the kill on the Cassiopeia. Martel now running into enemy territory. Will they be able to go ahead and cut him off? This is one of the advantages of Singe. You can just keep on running to freedom. Doesn't matter where you are. This could be a very long chase. There is the slow going down, looking to clear the wave. Another missile, Stray, gonna hit him in the forest. West Rice,
so happy.
can you get out of here? Elements Where's the stun? There's the exhaust. But here's Parole. Looking to help. Can't get the kill on the Singe. Will he make it out of there? I think he might. There's the Ignite expiring. And Singe actually makes it out of there. Parole. Can he get the kill? No, the Shen ult comes in to help save West Rice. Wow. That chase. But Curse Cop, can he make something happen here? With extra damage on the Parole. Zekin is here.
Just playing. He was just having a fun old time. And
that's the thing with Singe, man. You just...
I mean, just wait until later when Singe finishes a Rylai's or finishes a Force of Nature.
That's going to be ridiculous.
You can't chase after Singe.
You can't. It's and they almost had it. That's the thing. They almost met the impossible dream of killing a Singe they've been chasing. But alas, it was not to be. Barely got away, and I'm sure he was laughing the entire time recalling the back to base.
Yeah. So he's able to back out of there. He is pretty tanky. Rise can kill him pretty quickly, so he has to watch out if he's just running into the team. You know, right now he can stall the game with the split pushing, but if they actually had a team fight, then Singe would go down pretty quickly if he had to just run right into the middle of the team. So it's going to be a struggle for 4Not. You know, currently the team fight. Nautilus is coming down bot, and it is a 3v3, but St. Vicious is pretty low. The stun onto Zekin into the taunt, and Nautilus coming in, but Zekin goes down very quickly. Cop is pretty low. Parole able to pick it up, and now St. Vicious will be the next to fall. There's the double kill.
Elements.
Pull it up, triple kill onto Elements. One more attack. Can you do it? Quick.
Parole,
hurry.
Can you get there in time? Where are your cooldowns? 5, 4, 3, 2...
Oh, he didn't.
Oh,
he didn't even get it. Wow.
Nijacki's here though, real quick over the wall. There's all the vision you needed from courtesy of the minions. Nijacki capitalizing on that attempted chase. Parole got a little bit greedy, but it was within grasp. It was there. It was just inches away and just could not get it. But in the meantime, West Rice will continue to push top lane while everyone is occupied and going to take the top tier 1 tit for tat. Exchanging blows. That's payback for Singe taking the tier 1 earlier.
Yeah, and there's another strength of Shyvana is the fact that if Singe gets out of there, if he leaves lane, very quickly Shyvana can push down a turret. Singe does, you know, get up to that lane, but the turret's already gone. Cassiopeia grabbing the blue, so we'll be safe to continue farming in the mid lane.
Is it just, am I going crazy, or is like every champ making the Pulsefire Ezreal like computer noises? I keep hearing that. I don't know. Like like every time, like when Cassiopeia was backing, I was hearing like the recall thing for Ezreal.
I haven't noticed it.
Okay, I'm going crazy then. All right, I'm just going nuts. We're not even like halfway through the casting day. This is okay. This could be bad for my brain. This could be, but I'll muscle through it. I'll make my way somehow. But there you go. Cop Elements still sticking around bot lane.
Noises.
There is a ward right in front of the Dragon Pit. If Tagashi X was making his way down, he would have been spotted. But once again, we have returned, unfortunately, back to the farm game. Not a whole lot of action. But here's the thing, though. Curse, for most of the farm game, for most of this game, the gold has been even. But yep. Curse, they're starting to pull ahead. 4K lead. They're doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, no, they're doing pretty well. They have a really strong late game team, so they have a little bit more standard team synergy than 4Not's team does. It's just, I don't know, we'll see whether or not...
Takashi X going around the long way. Elements walks right into the ultimate. There is the Shen. Will they be able to kill him before he comes in? Yes, just barely. Shen will not be a factor in this fight. Cop has no option but the Valkyrie over the wall. But there's Takashi X with the flash in response. They want to pinch him in. They want this kill, and there you go. Parole going to grab that one.
Yeah, and it's pretty fortunate that they stopped that Shen incoming, because then the rest of them probably would have died.
Yes.
They're able to pick up the 2 kills, so really nice job there. They can continue to pressure this tower, and 4Not, they've been the aggressors for most of this game. Martel getting the toss back onto West Rice, but just not really ever able to do enough damage. He does chunk him a little bit, though. Nijacki comes in, gets some nice harass onto Brad. He will back off, and this bot turret does go down, and actually Parole chasing down St. Vicious. He does have that phage proc, so, you know, not really the best damage right now, but
yeah,
I'm doing okay.
And you know, even though you lost a tower and you got to, you know, 2 kills given up, Curse is actually still in the lead. They still got a little bit, like 2.5K gold up. They're still in a good spot, forcing members of 4Not to back, and West Rice is just continuing to push. Just dings 15. He's in an okay spot, and you got to mention, you know, Nijacki, he's doing really well for himself. 5-2 and 2. Plenty of farm. You got the Frozen Heart, you got the Banshee's Veil, you got the tier, you got everything you need. And it seems like they're just going to go ahead for another dragon here.
Yeah, they're going to take it pretty easily. 4Not once again not defending it. So 4Not took the first one and have led up the second two. Nautilus in the meantime coming up top for West Rice, and Sin should be able to chase him down. Gets the toss back with that poison. The ultimate coming down, so West Rice going down pretty quickly, but he's actually going to be able to jump over the wall if he gets there in time.
Nice, but Zekin is not too far behind. Does flash to try and get that. No, does get the Shirelia's pop, and will be there in time to get the slow onto West Rice. Is not going to be getting away from this one. Exhaust everything, but Nijaki not too far behind. Takashi X taking a whole chunk of damage, but now he's in a bad spot. He's got the ult procced. He needs to get away. The extra movement speed is probably going to help him a little bit. St. Vicious is here, and there's the Ezreal ult, getting a little chunk of damage on everybody. And
or
now,
none of them.
Or none of them. Just a little bit. Just a little something. But here's the thing, though. 4 members of Curse, they're still here. They're pushing up the mid. And right now, Ezreal is actually split from the rest of 4 now. So they could... oh, now they've rejoined. Oh, Nijaki almost getting anchored right there. But one bad Brad is still in pursuit and then just decides to break off. And now Curse, 4 members still up. Have to defend this mid tower. West Rice will be back in 3, 2, 1. And there he goes.
Yeah, but Singe is really doing well so far this game. He's incredibly tanky at this point. He will be finished with that Rylai shortly. And actually, they're coming in. St. Vicious going for the blue, but maybe out of position here. Nijaki throws off some damage, but he is going to be kind of caught off. He does have the Banshee. He is okay, but they will be able to steal this blue.
And now, Curse, they need to get back here. They need to rendezvous at their own blue because there is an opportunity. Nijaki does get caught out, trying to get as much damage as he can. Parole may actually be going down pretty quick. He does go over it, and now Curse Cop in pursuit does get the kill onto Ezreal. Singe will be the next one to go. Double kill for Rice. He's doing okay. Zekin is going to be caught out, shut down. Cassiopeia will get the Rise kill, and there you go. Soraka will be taken out pretty quick. And one bad Brad will be the only one remaining. But you know what? The pings are going down from Curse onto Baron. Do they have enough damage? If Curse Cop stays far enough away, they may, but he's actually just sitting mid, looking to take down all that farm.
Yeah,
once
Scott comes in, they're going to be fine. They're tanky enough. It's going to be a slow Baron until Corki gets there.
Right.
But they're fine. And that fight almost worked out for 4Not, but they just didn't have enough to take down Rise, and that's the big issue, is that Rise late game is so tanky. Elements, we actually might see the St. Vicious come
there we go,
over this.
missile, another missile, something, anything, take down that shield. Cop, can you get that kill? No, but that's going to be more than enough to just dissuade one bad Brad. And still, the barricades, there's a teleport on the ward. Stage, can you steal it? Oh, no, they cannot steal it this time. Curse Cop still in pursuit. West Rice out in front. Elements, can you get a stun? Something? No, Singed. Once again, running away.
They don't have enough damage to take down Rise when he's so tanky, and even late game Singed. I mean, it's really tough to be tanky enough to just run right in the middle of a team. So he will go down pretty quickly when they freeze him there in the middle of the team. West Rice going to be coming, taking all that farm. That's fantastic.
Delicious.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's going to be tough. They have a 6K gold lead at this point. If Singe can string along those kills and get people chasing him for a while, then that could work out for them. If they can take people down single target focus, that could work out. But head-to-head fight, Curse is just so tanky right now. It's going to be really difficult for 4Not to take him down.
Not to mention Baron buff. It's usually a pretty good thing to have. So I hear. But there's going to be plenty of there's going to be a good set of opportunities. They have 3 minutes left on the buff. They can go ahead and start taking objectives. Takashi X is on his own bot lane, looking to just continue the push. But St. Vicious will be there to go ahead, and try and keep the Snake Lady away. And not to mention the ult is going to be coming back in a little bit over 30 seconds. So after split push is done and over with, you just go ahead and port on over to the rest of his team at any time.
Yeah, and Takashi EX going bot against Shen, kind of weird. He does recall out of there, but I'm not really sure what his thought was in the first place, like what he was going to accomplish down there. But he does back off. Martel maybe getting caught out. No.
I thought he was going to get the Rune Prism.
Yeah, and it'd be tough. I think Cinch would probably be okay, but he would get pretty low pretty quickly, so he just can't run right into Sins. And Takashi X, he's going down against Shen. I guess he just doesn't want to be with his team in fights, so he's just going to chase after Shen. If Shen tries to ult, he's going to ult him.
So, I mean, there is plenty of damage from Parole on 4Not here as well, but it's just a matter of staying alive. And you saw during the last fight, Cop just had, a huge bullseye on Ezreal's head as he went for the pursuit, Valkyried over the forest wall, managed to still get those kills. But Cop, he's being pretty well protected from the rest of his team, and there you go. A little bit of damage exchange here. Top lane, Takashi X is actually still pushing down bot, trying to just make an advantage of this.
I mean, he has no way of getting up there. Shen's going to have the free teleport up, so it is going to be a 4v5 in the top lane. He can get some damage on this bottom lane. He is kind of zoning out Shen for a second, so the split push, they know, I think, at this point that they can't fight Curse head-on. So as opposed to fighting him head-on, they're just going to leave him top and, just see what Takashi X can do on his own. So they are stalling him out decently right now.
Huge chunk right there coming in from Cop. But there we go. There's the initiation. There's Restorise going right on in with the ult. Depth Charge going down and does get the kill onto Ezreal. Nautilus down. Singe down. Zekin should be down in just a moment. His taunt, something, anything, should be able to grab the Soraka pretty convincingly. There's the taunt. And there you go. There's a quick kill. 4 kills for free. Going to go ahead and continue to take all those towers. Westrice taking it for the time being, and St. Vicious should be the next one on that tank list as well. That tower is going to be going down pretty easy. Takashi X still split pushing. I think 4Not is pretty much accepting the fact that this is over.
Yeah, Curse, really nice play. I really think it's interesting, the Westrice Shyvana against the Singed, able to do well in that top lane. And he did rush that Will the Ancient, or Force of Nature, which is just such an unusual build to me, or something at least that I haven't been, seen in the past. So I'll have to take a look at it, but it definitely worked out very well, getting that fast regen. He was able to just sit there and tank Singe's damage and, just counter him out a little bit.
I question it. I think I was wrong, but it worked out really well.
Oh well.
It worked out pretty well, and Curse, there you go, 2-0. Our last qualifying team for IPL Face Off San Francisco Showdown. So, to summarize, your 5 qualifying NA teams, because TSM's already been invited. So they're not qualifying. They're there. They're going to be there anyway. So TSM's coming anyway. Dynamic, MTWNA, Curse, and Legion. Those are your NA teams. So we still, no announcements yet on the Asian teams. Yeah. But hopefully we'll have some news for you soon. But hey, at least we got that squared away. We know the NA teams that are going to be coming by. So, but we're not done yet. There's still a matter of seeding. Still have to find out who wins the qualifier. What is first place for the qualifier get anyway? I think it's $1,000, but I'm not sure. So I guess that's something that we should know. We should take a look at that. We should find out exactly what the pricing is. Yeah. Regardless, really nice job, Curse. They're able to take it out. Yes. Legion's the big surprise for me. So Orbit not making it. I thought Orbit was going to make it out, but Legion beating Orbit. Good. That was a really cool match. Good for them. They did a really nice job. So the qualifiers are Dynamic, Legion, Curse, and MTW. So, we'll see all those teams, all really strong teams. But actually, we're going to see 2 more of them. But no again. CLG and no Dignitas. No CLG, no Dignitas. I know. It's to be fair, Dignitas, they didn't, enter because they're in Korea. Yeah. And CLG, they lost because they're in Korea. But, though Troopers did, do pretty well. Did pretty well. Them. But we're still not done for today because we're still in the loser's bracket and got to find out who wins between Curse and Legion. So, we're going to go ahead, try and get that organized. Try and bring that to you as quickly as we can. This may be, once again, a little bit longer of a break than usual, but we should be back pretty soon. IPL Face Off qualifiers, San Francisco Showdown, Curse versus Legion going to be coming up in a little bit, so do please stay tuned.